Ever pondered over what static methods in JavaScript are and how they function? Well, it's time to demystify this concept. Picture static methods as the mavericks of JavaScript. They're individualistic, not tied to any class instance, yet they're part of the class. In the realm of JavaScript, a static method is a method attached directly to the class rather than to instances of the class. It's like a library book that's always on the shelf, ready to be used by anyone, without needing to be checked out. Imagine a class in JavaScript named MathUtils. Within this class there are two static methods, add and subtract. These methods are defined using the static keyword like this: static add xy, return x plus y. Static subtract xy, return xy. These methods are accessible directly from the class, meaning they can be called on the class itself, without creating an instance of MathUtils. So, if someone wants to add 5 and 3, they would simply call MathUtils.add 5 3, which would return 8. Similarly, if they want to subtract 4 from 10, they would call MathUtils.subtract 10 4 and get 6 as the output. But here's the interesting part. Static methods can't access instance properties or methods. That's because they're not called on instances of the class, but on the class itself. They operate solely on the arguments passed to them. So why use static methods, one might ask? Well, they're incredibly useful for utility functions that aren't tied to specific instances of the class. Think of them as your go-to toolbox for tasks that don't require instance-specific data. They're perfect for helper functions, factory methods, or other operations. To summarize, static methods in JavaScript are methods belonging to the class itself, rather than its instances. Defined using the static keyword, they're accessed directly from the class without needing an instance. They operate on the arguments passed to them and can't access instance properties or methods. Static methods are often used for utility functions, factory methods, or other operations that don't require instance-specific data. So the next time you're coding in JavaScript, remember the maverick static methods. They're always there, ready to lend a hand, no instances attached.